Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 4. So, this is the official halfway point of the semester. I mean, technically, next week is week 5, so that's the real halfway, but this is the halfway point week. If you remember or look at the syllabus, you'll know that week 4, it's career pathways is the discussion, and we're also talking about the mid semester portfolio update. So, quite literally, just the best way I can kind of talk about it and put it forward to you all is this. So, the mid semester portfolio, I just want to know where you are and how you're doing. If you are in another class with me this semester in person, you can just show me or talk to me about it in person, and I will count that as your update. If you are not in a class with me this semesters outside of this, you can email me. You can, you know, reach out to me, meet me during office hours, whatever. Like I said, I just want to know where you are. One of you actually met with me last week and was talking about their portfolio, so you are good. So I don't need to meet with you directly, but some of you I would like to know, where you are in your process. So by all means, please, by the end of the week, by Sunday, I'd like to just have something, whether you've talked to me or you've sent me an email, just something for me to know how you're doing. I'm not looking for it to be complete. I'm not looking for it to be, all finished. I'm just looking to see where you are in this process because it's you dependent. You are the one that's running it. So I need to see what you've done. All right. So that's the mid semester portfolio update. The other thing is not a homework assignment that you have to write, but something that I want you to actually have kind of figured out. If you remember a couple weeks ago, I mentioned, start thinking about what you want to do. We're here. Week 4, I'm asking you now to think about what kind of career you want. What is your end goal when you graduate? And so this week, our discussion is on career pathways. And for pretty much all of you, you've taken the other criminal justice courses. So you are aware of the careers and possibilities within criminal justice. You know the standard, there's policing. You know that there's working in law, specifically like courts as, lawyers, paralegals, judges, all that stuff. And then, there's corrections. And those are the three, in criminal justice, those are the big careers. But I do want to talk about just a little bit the careers outside of the direct criminal justice field. And so some of them might seem pretty obvious, like working private security or surveillance for any kind of company or business or anything like that. Those are careers that are not directly criminal justice, but they do actually benefit from having a degree. So that does help. And those are the obvious ones that people tend to think about. But I also know that some of you I've already talked to, and others who aren't taking this class just yet. One of the fields that's really good to get into that benefits from criminal justice is social work, psychology, and therapy, as well as, heck, even medical, going into working with unique populations in whether in hospitals, nursing facilities, care homes, or if you really want to be bold and combine criminal justice and health, be a medical professional at a prison, which is a possibility. That's the reality, is that the career that you go for doesn't have to be directly in criminal justice. And heck, I'll be honest with all of you. I have had students who've taken the capstone that were like, yeah, I want to do this. This is my end goal. And it's in criminal justice. But I've had students go, what I really want to do is become a child psychologist therapist. I want to work with children. And what that means is I need more school. I need to have a degree in psychology. I need to be a licensed therapist. I have to go through all these steps to get there. But having a background in criminal justice helped them already see, what kind of unique perspectives kids might have because we did juvenile justice. They know that the justice system itself impacts different people in different ways. And so that actually is really helpful for them for their own plans. They didn't want to just work with children, but children in rough situations. And so that's where I say the careers outside of criminal justice, it doesn't have to be a direct relationship because honestly, there's ways to find value in the criminal justice experience and knowledge that you've gained and put it into other fields. I promise. There are options. And now I know very specifically I said this to one of you in person, maybe two of you, I don't remember. But the reality is going into directly the criminal justice field is not always financially lucrative. Some jobs are going to pay more than others. Some fields pay better than others. And I would never expect anyone to take a pay cut just to go into a new career, especially if your career is not too terrible now. What I am saying is, regardless of what you do or what you want to do, I ask you to take this kind of seriously and determine, hopefully by the end of the week, what is your dream career job that you want? If you can connect it back to criminal justice, that's great. If not, that's okay too. I understand. But I do want you to know that that's what I'm looking for. That's the kind of expectation I have, is that you are figuring out what are those next steps. What is it you want to be? My favorite question I ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want you to have an answer for that. Even if it's I'm between two or three things, that's fine. But I want you to actually have a solid answer because that's what you're going to be working towards with the rest of this portfolio. Is how do you get to that point? All right? That's all I got for you. It's a one video week. I don't have anything else because we covered what is due and we talked about the career thing that I wanted to. Because last week we talked about research and we looked at how to find jobs and requirements. So now it's on you. Figure out what you want to do. And by all means, if you have questions about what you even want to do, if you just need to bounce ideas off of someone, reach out. You can reach out to each other. You can reach out to me. You can talk to your friends, your family, whoever you want. But talk to someone, get some advice, and go on from there. All right. Reminder, mid-semester portfolio update. I need to hear something from you. Please get that to me by Sunday. But that's it. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in the next video.